live at the WBC Arena. My name is Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be going up against Sugar Ray Leonard. Always fit and trim, 145 pounds, 175 centimeters tall.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed.
Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Sugar Ray Leonard, he of course won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the undisputed welterweight title. His hometown is Wilmington, North Carolina.
Look at this, these fights are so...
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division...
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now, we're expecting an all-out offensive display. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Sugar Ray Leonard days. Somehow weathered the storm.
Big Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They drop their guard, they get caught. He threw the hook, didn't land. And he scores with the count. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who... What do we expect to see here in round 2? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. The counter lands. punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. Relax now.
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
To the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That punch lands. A perfect counter lands. Talk about Crawford in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got it? Here we go to the 4th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. Do you believe what we are seeing? That counter shot lands. Back and forth they go in this. Hold that thought! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. Sugar Ray is down on the canvas. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, four, five. Give me your blood.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You're switching off? and you're starting to make mistakes.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slip.
On the job, and then get back out there and win the round.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. There he's
There and lose the match. You got to get out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together.
There's the bell to start round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
That jab won't score. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
That's light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, but look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Listen, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that round.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't win it back in
Round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Let's go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good. Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there.
defense on the end and what you do. Good work. Good, Matt.
All right? Good.
This is the beginning of round 6. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Sometimes.
And as we watch it again, that punch took the wind out of him and the will to continue.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you still want to fight.
Hold that thought! Crawford's legs are all over the place. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice. The corner might be thinking about stopping it here.
Unbelievable hard. Knocked down twice.
Great round, now relax. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Round 7, here we go. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at?
Whoa, Johnny! Crawford in trouble! Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those popped areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Nice counter punch right up the middle. It's all offense all the time. That counter shot lands. Sugar Ray Leonard, can you believe it? Just got knocked down. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Leonard and... Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up and alert them again.
What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Shot from the gods, they said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
His jab just got blocked. We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Beautiful counter shot. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. talk about Crawford in that last round.
Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Back out there.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. You were...
And then we'll go again. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about...
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
that round, but we don't care. Just go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good. You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight, because he's going to be...
Nice. Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss him.
Great. Go out, and in the first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering.
Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one...
And stop him in his tracks. Right. Let's go out there and...
He's absolutely shattered. He's ready to...
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power. Let's go.
Missing with that jab. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. Energy and endurance are not... Hold that thought! Crawford is dazed! It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Straight right just misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Jab misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And Sugar is in trouble. And right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place. Did you see that? Sugar Ray's in trouble. Sugar Ray in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
That's when you talk about championship material.
I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Just keep him on the end.
And you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch back.
Sit. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't...
Win the round. You've completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that.
Those 1-2s straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Get your boxing back together. Get your mind back on the...
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no
fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your...
To load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
All the way through camp.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good defense there to stop that hook. This fighter certainly... Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Looks like we need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Trying to score that left, but can't. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
They believe their fighter had.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They ring the bell, and here we go. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The straight right just misses. Sugar Ray is rocked. Say it ain't so. Down goes Sugar Ray. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your call.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
They need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, you're eager.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here or this fight is going to be over.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Way better than that.
Great round, now relax. Good man, just say him again.
Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't.
On to the 12th. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Crawford may be ready to go down. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit, because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good defense with that left jab. Missing with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score. Look around you. We got a whole room full of monsters. We gonna shut it down like this. Let's go. Yeah. The tricks of the trade, the rules of the game. I've been to the top and I've been to the bottom. I tell you they look about the same. I can speak about comfort, I can speak about pain. You wanna come do this, study my movements, go up and sit in the grain. See, I never heard of vacations, bro, that word to me is insane. I'd rather put hands in the dirt as I put in the work. I watch suckers complain, cause all they regard is who go the hardest. Whole family is just chock full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the chance. The blood, sweat, and tears of my stripes. I only tell stories of fights. You learn that the struggle is part of the hustle. Don't ever mistake them as gripes. First I hit them with lefts, then I hit them with rights. After all that I've been through, I gotta continue to cut through that bull with a knife. You holding me up, so I'm rising. You want me to fail or surprise them? Addicted to winning, so since the beginning, I only focus on horizons. All they record is who go the hardest. Whole family is just chock full of ballers. Who would tell them I never been there? I step in the circle, just know I'm prepared. I win or I learn, I never will lose. The fork in the road, which one will you choose? Look, the people need answers. You ready to dance? This one for the champs. So what can I tell you? I learned from my failures. I traveled through hell with a gang full of tailspins, and I only prevail cause I came with my day ones, and they never strayed from tough situations. I'm saying there's no conversation, just head down and get from the heart that we came from. All we record is who go the hardest. Whole family is
I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the Compia Boxing. He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the East.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You couldn't buy a seat in this place. You'd be very lucky if you're ringside, but you know what? Watch it from home, you've got everything on the plate.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Nice job by him to block that jab. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to
win the round on your jab.
Here we go for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Do you believe what we're seeing? To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The perfect counter lands. Counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, pal, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Yeah. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round.
In the middle, you can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't
care. Go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good. Get your mind back on the job. That was a god-awful round, that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight.
A little bit so he can't figure you out. Great work. Good man.
Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back.
The gaps will appear. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident.
Relax now. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one.
The referee calling for...
Stick him in the end of your jet.
On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You believe what we are seeing. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Punch, counter punch. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Oh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Well done. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. And back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch, counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. Time for the 5th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Can't land that jab. Catch and shoot. That jab misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Okay, I'm happy.
On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know...
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's time for them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round.
There's always...
And there's the bell for round 7. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. That jab doesn't find a home. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Cole. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That punch lands. They exchange punches. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Focus back.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy. You were thinking,
Shots off and don't give him anything, all right? Now go back out there and win this one.
And there's the bell to start round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we continue.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Nice counter shot. And that jab just missed with the left hand. He got out of the way of that right hook. That counter punch caught him clean. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe, just get your breath back.
Get your boxing back together. You've done all that work all the way through.
You can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back
Out there, switch on, and get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell for round 9. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Nice counter shot.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
His stamina is off the charts.
Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punching. That punch scores. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that.
There's a god-awful round.
There's the bell for round 10. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Right hook just missed. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
We're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter shot. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. And there's the bell for round 11. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Counter punch right up the middle. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Missing with that right hook. straight right just misses. Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
You're right, Tom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one.
Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
A shot from the gods. Took him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Holmes in that last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Get your mind back. Get your focus.
There's the bell for round 12. They ring the bell, and here we go. They ring the bell, and here we go. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that.
The greatest. Muhammad Ali is down. Do you believe it? I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all right?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into the... I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
Listen to me. Are you okay? You're out of there.
Not many people would have predicted it.